Well, imagine you get a call that a loved one has been assaulted or murdered. And then you're in the hospital and you're waiting for the doctors to tell you what's going on. And then the doctors come in and say, sorry to tell you that we couldn't save your loved one. I would imagine that that's one of the darkest times for any person, whether you're a mother, a father, a friend. And where do you turn to after that? The doctors can only do so much. The courts can do only so much. Even you as yourself can only do so much. So you need some type of outside support. You need someone to help you navigate through those dark periods of time, and Victim Services does that. Whether they are there in the hospital when you get the news and it's just a shoulder to cry on.
The role of Victim Services here at the Institute is to respond to all victims of violence and to support them individually or families that are also affected by the violence. Anytime someone is victimized, assaulted, stabbed, shot, or a homicide victim, when they are brought to the hospital, we receive a call from Lifespan, the social work department, which we have a great partnership with.
At 19 years old, I was more involved, I guess, in what they would call gang violence. And so at 19, experienced being shot. I was like one of the first of my friends to experience that. Then that was like a very dramatic situation. It was actually Carlos Bryant, who was the street worker at the time, who was actually inside of the hospital working the case for another individual. When I just happened to stumble in the hospital with a face full of blood, and he just saw me, he was just like, whoa, and then he called me. He's the one that actually contacted my family to let them know what had just happened to me. Victim Services obviously came by, they talked with me a little bit, they tried to do whatever they could. So then that was like probably like my most, my first initial intricate part of being connected with the Institute, just happened through my own personal experience.
Once we are given the information that there is a victim, we respond within 24 hours. We say within 24 hours, but we try to make it a lot closer to real time. So if there is a victim in the hospital, we want to be there to support them during this traumatic event. Once a victim becomes a participant in our program, that there is no time frame. The case never gets closed. They are part of the organization, part of Victim Services. We work with people that have lost someone. We have one gentleman, I believe it just was his mom's 30th anniversary of her homicide, and he still comes to our monthly support groups for loved ones of homicide victims. And the type of support and help that we give could range from anything.